If you're a wealthy person and you want to maximize your freedom, you want to protect yourself in the case that something crazy happens in the world, getting a second citizenship is perhaps the best way out there to make sure that you will be fine no matter what. This is the reason why citizenship by investment programs are so popular for wealthy individuals. It's essentially a one-off fee that you pay, and in return you get citizenship for life. And this citizenship is essentially like a lifetime insurance policy against your country going crazy. It's kind of a no-brainer not to do this if you are wealthy enough where it makes sense. However, when many people look at second citizenship, they only look at certain mainstream programs, like for example Caribbean citizenship programs, which are absolutely also great options. But today I want to bring your attention to a lesser known citizenship by investment program that at first glance might seem like a bit pointless, but which actually has a lot of hidden benefits that many people don't realize, and that is the Vanuatu Citizenship by Investment program. So Vanuatu is a small island kind of off the coast of Australia, kind of out of the way from everywhere else in the world, and they offer citizenship by investment for a donation of around $130,000. Now, at first glance, again, why would you want a passport like this? Vanuatu, if you look at it in passport rankings, it is not the greatest passport in the world. It doesn't have visa-free travel to that many places, but it might surprise you to find out that this is actually quite popular with some of the clients, with the people that I work with. And in general, like bad passports like this actually do have a lot of strategic benefits. So in this video, I'm going to go over this in the case of Vanuatu, but also applies to a lot of other citizenships like this. But before we get into that, what is the Vanuatu Citizenship by Investment program? So Vanuatu launched their Citizenship by Investment program in 2017. So it's quite a long-running program at this point, and it is actually the only country in the Asia Pacific region that offers citizenship. So straight away, that kind of brings you like a geo diversification play. So I already like that. So Vanuatu itself is a very small country, only 315,000 people living in the entire country. And it is like a decent holiday destination that some people, especially from Australia, go to. And it's the kind of place where for a certain person who just wants to be out of the chaos of everything, if you think World War III might happen or something like that, this wouldn't be such a bad place to have the right for the rest of your life to potentially living to see out any chaos that might happen. And in order to get this citizenship, what you have to do is make a one-off donation of $130,000. If you are a single investor, if you are a married couple, you can actually get both of you the citizenship for only $150,000. So only $20K extra to get a partner. And if you're a family of 4, you get it for the whole family for $165,000. And there are some additional due diligence fees that you do have to pay, because obviously these governments go through some due diligence. And in this case, it is $5,500. Now, if you are interested in going through this process, you can reach out to Vancis Capital down below in the description, who I've officially partnered with on this channel. They are the best in the market when it comes to especially Vanuatu. They have helped more than 800 people go through the program. They are government licensed. They have been doing this since 2018. They know the ins and outs of it, and they are simply the best when it comes to Vanuatu. And obviously they can also help you with any other program as well if you're interested. And if you use my link, you can actually get a free consultation with their team. So if you're interested, that option is out there. Now, why is this something that you might be interesting to you besides just the cost? Well, the first thing, if we just talk about the travel aspect, like a lot of people just only look at, okay, where can I travel with this passport? First of all, if you are someone who already has a good passport, it might not be worth it for you to spend $250,000, $300,000 on a Caribbean passport that has a bit better travel access, because you don't really need the travel access anyway. You might want second citizenship just to have it in case, just a plan B that you don't plan on using, but you just have it just in case. For that, a more cost-effective option like Vanuatu can make a lot more sense if you don't essentially have immediate risk that you might want to renounce your current citizenship or something like that. And it also has other overlooked benefits. First of all, it is very crypto friendly. So if you are a crypto investor or you're in crypto in general, many countries are becoming less and less crypto friendly, but Vanuatu is extremely crypto friendly. So let's say you want to invest in crypto, you might like do your investment through your Vanuatu passport rather than your other passport if your country perhaps isn't so friendly to crypto. It's also a very fast process. So if you want to get a second passport quickly, this program can be processed as quickly as 3 months. And like I mentioned before, it is a place that is very kind of out of the way. So in any like World War III kind of scenario, you think something bad might happen in the world, it is not bad to have this option for you to potentially live in. And on top of that, Vanuatu is tax friendly. So if in a doomsday scenario, you want to have a place where you can always go to like see out any storm that might be happening, it will be certainly useful if that place is also tax friendly. And Vanuatu has no personal income taxes, no corporate taxes, no capital gains taxes, no wealth taxes, no inheritance taxes. So you could live there tax free, although it is a very small place. But again, for certain kinds of people who perhaps like that, it can be not the worst place to be. Also, what's going to be interesting for a lot of wealthy people who look for privacy is that Vanuatu is extremely strict on privacy. They have this big bill that they passed in Parliament called the Bill for Data Protection and Privacy Act of 2024, where they essentially guarantee the privacy of all of their citizens. So if you're worried about privacy in your country, this is a country that really takes privacy extremely seriously. And going back to the travel, while again it is not a passport that I would recommend for travel purposes, it is also at the same time not like the worst passport in the world when it comes to travel. Obviously, you can't go to the big places like Schengen, US, Australia, things like that, but there are a lot of places that you can go to. Let's say you want to live in Southeast Asia. You can travel visa-free or with an easy e-visa or something like that, pretty much everywhere in Southeast Asia, including Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, all these kind of places. So if you just want to live in that region of the world, which a lot of people do, then it's really no different from having a much better passport. You can go to certain places in Latin America, Central America, you can go to Panama, places like that. You can go to Russia, which actually might be something that you cannot do with some Western passports even, so there's like small diversification. And you can also get an e-visa to the UAE. So is this for everyone? Well, obviously not. It always depends on your case. I would say that it can make sense in 3 particular cases. Number one, if you already have a very good passport and you don't see any immediate risk that you might want to renounce it, you just want to have a plan B, you want it to be affordable, perhaps you put some residence permit on it, some crypto accounts, things like that. You just want to have a plan B in case things really go badly. Can make a lot of sense. Third case is if you might want to live in Vanuatu. Obviously not for most people, but for a certain person who just wants a small place kind of in the middle of nowhere, you want to live like a quiet island life while being tax friendly, it can not be the worst place. So that is what I would say. Again, if you're interested in this program or any second passport, definitely book that free consultation with Vancis Capital. They can talk to you, help understand your situation, figure out what makes sense for you and go from there. And you only pay them if they actually help you go through one of these programs. You don't pay them like a consultation fee in the beginning or anything. If you are interested in going for anything, they will actually go and like get you the second citizen, like take you through that entire process as well. And something that can be interesting that they can also help you with if you're interested is getting a passport like this. And if you, let's say, don't have travel access to a place like the Schengen zone, you get an EU golden visa, and your like bad second passport plus that EU golden visa as a combination gets you these other benefits while also maintaining that travel access. If you're interested in this combination in particular, I made this video where I discuss it in more detail. I think it's very, very interesting for a lot of people. So definitely check that out, and we'll see you in the next video.